Getting some breaking news. Pollution peaks in Delhi NCR just a day before Diwali. Air quality severe in parts of Delhi NCR. Air quality also in the poor category for the fifth straight day. Delhi NCR reels under rising pollution levels ahead of Diwali, hazy skyline and low visibility across Delhi NCR. And if we talk about Noida, AQI has reached the severe category and extremely harmful air to breathe for humans, and smoke and haze visible in the surrounding in Noida as well. So pollution levels have peaked in Delhi NCR just a day before Diwali. The air quality is in fact in severe category in many parts of Delhi NCR, and overall, the AQI is in the poor category for the fifth straight day in Delhi NCR. So Delhi NCR is reeling under rising pollution levels, and this is the story just ahead of Diwali. It remains to be seen what happens after Diwali. Hazy skyline and low visibility across Delhi NCR. And my colleague Ashutosh Mishra is now joining us from Ghaziabad. But before that, take a look at this ground report.
We are yet again at the time of the year when you start coughing, chest congestion, and several other lungs-related disease because of the deteriorating air quality index. I'm here in Gautam Budh Nagar in Gaur City 2 area, and the AQI meter says that this is 293. So 293 is a severe quality, and perhaps this also reduces the visibility, and it is quite visible in Gautam Budh Nagar. And if you look right behind me, so visibility is still more than 500 meters, but the haze and layer of smoke is quietly visible. And the reason this time perhaps not as significant as the stubble burning, but also the local carbon emission of the vehicles, the dust all lying on the road because it hasn't been clear. So clearly both PM 2.5 and PM 10 all are breaching these category. So if I could just take the measures in the count of air quality index. The PM 2.5 is 202 cubic per meter, whereas PM 10 is 236 cubic per meter, and that's perhaps the situation we are seeing in the NCR town. This is impacting in Gautam Budh Nagar. The similar situation continues in Gurugram, in Ghaziabad. So eventually, all of us are now literally victim of another gas chamber in Delhi and NCR. From Gautam Budh Nagar, this is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today. As I proceed from Gautam Budh Nagar towards the national capital, in the stretches of Ghaziabad, what I see, the AQI is breaching 298, which is in severe category. Possibly because of the dust contamination and the air, the toxic chamber that it has become, the emission and other several factors could also make it in very severe zone. And now we see the people here in NCR towns are literally breathing toxic air. This morning, it's literally difficult for anyone to breathe outside. We see literally haze and smoke that you see right behind me at few hundred meters. A thick layer of haze that is covering the sky and the ambience and the environment. And perhaps the reason that is witnessed this morning when the people will wake up with the heavy and severe air quality index, which is now as toxic as 298, where the PM 2.5 is more than 223, PM 10 is 264. The average air quality is now nearly 300. This is the situation in Ghaziabad's Vijayanagar. This is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.
And my colleague Ashutosh Mishra is now joining us from Delhi. Ashutosh, just a day before Diwali, we're seeing that pollution levels have peaked in Delhi NCR. In fact, several parts of Delhi NCR, the air quality has been recorded in the severe category. Give us more details about the on-ground situation in Delhi.
I'm here in East Delhi now, traveling towards the Connaught Place area, to Central Delhi. And here what I witness is that 257 is the severe category of the AQI in the East Delhi, Akshardham area. In fact, this is also the bordering to Ghaziabad. So clearly this morning when you have the viewers waking up at around 6:30, perhaps witnessing a very severe to severe category of the air quality index across NCR. And if that's such the situation, it is beyond NCR, perhaps across northern India. So again, local country, every year there is only deliberation about who's to be blamed and who should be held responsible for the air quality index. This time, yet again, we do not hear much of significant about stubble burning in Haryana, in Punjab, in Uttar Pradesh. However, the stubble burning did take place But it is the topographical factor. It is often said, and every year says by the expert, the topographical factor, because of the temperature, dipping in the temperature, everything that is flowing in the ambience perhaps gets settled, and that's why we see the carbon emission primarily responsible. Every year it has been said the vehicular emission on the road is primarily responsible. Why we need public infrastructure, more public infrastructure. In fact, if I could just turn camera for you, Anjali, just to witness the haze. Look at this. Beyond 500 meter, all you see is only a thick layer of haze, and this perhaps explains the scenario best. What you see, the haze area is actually the Delhi and Uttar Pradesh bordering area, and subsequent to that, similar situation you would also notice even on the other side towards the national capital. So if NCR is affected, so will be the national capital and all across the northern India. And that's why it is often said that looking the air pollution as a national emergency, this is not only a state subject whereby you need the machinery, the central agencies, the state government, central government to come together. But this is again, we have been discussing every year. Ultimately, the 2-3 month passes, and we wait for another year for Delhi and NCR to become gas chamber like we see this year. Indeed, it's difficult today to breathe. Cough, itching, it has all started. The symptoms of the toxic air pollution, but nothing else being done in the previous time. Today we see yet again we are back to square one with the similar gas chamber of the Delhi and NCR. Anjali.
Right. Ashutosh, also tell us if any steps are being taken by the authorities or the government regarding this.
GRAP 1 has been initiated, and remember very interestingly the day Supreme Court permitted green crackers, busting of green crackers, sale of green crackers for this festival for 2 hours, of course. The day before it was the GRAP 1 that was imposed in the NCR, the Central Quality of Air Management, which is the body responsible imposing GRAP 1, GRAP 2, GRAP 3. Looking at the severe zone, we are expecting possibly by the CAQM to take further calls and measure and perhaps impose GRAP 2 as well. And that explains the furious situation of the AQI. However, it depends whether the CAQM will issue GRAP 2 orders or they will wait for the festive season to complete, which is today and tomorrow after bursting of the crackers, because eventually, even if it is less phosphate, less sulfate, less toxic particles in the air, at least there will be smoke, and the smoke is not going to go up. It is only settle in the MBS, and perhaps we will witness again further deteriorating air quality index tomorrow, and of course day after tomorrow and the later next days of the festival. But this is the time for literally emergency, as we are breathing in the toxic air, which is as severe as nearly 300 in parts of Delhi NCR, and perhaps not surprised if at all across northern India.
Right, Ashutosh, thank you for getting us all those details right from the ground. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this. So those are the visuals from different parts of Delhi NCR, where in many parts the air quality is in the severe category. And remember, it is important to note that this is the story just a day before Diwali. And it remains to be seen what happens to the air quality levels a day after Diwali.